Always There by LightningSword. The tags for the story are human, sad, slice of life, tragedy. I've had probably the worst day ever at work. As if the crappy job and bad life wasn't enough, now I have humiliation to deal with on top of that. First my bullying older brothers, then high school, then my divorce, and now this. But no matter what, no matter when, there's one thing in this world who's always there for me. It's been my only comfort for years, but even when I'm at my worst, she's always there for me. Rated T for Teen. The ponies that star in this story are Fluttershy and original characters. Always There, with 1,987 words. Oh god, I gotta do the whole story in this voice.
Growing up with a house full of brothers and working in a place full of jocks, it's sort of like being a scrawny guy in a room full of cannibals. The second you show signs of weakness, they'll eat you alive.
Thought you were gonna say the scrawny guy in a shower room. That just leads to a gay porno.
And I trudged up the walkway to my front door on a late afternoon, sweaty, weak, and exhausted. I pulled out my keys and unlocked my door before lumbering through it, closing it behind me. I stank and anked all over, so the obvious first choice was a shower. I put away my keys, wallet, and pocket change, made my way to the bathroom, undressed, and climbed into the tub. A quick turn of the knob and steaming hot water pelted my weighty, sweaty body. I'm chubby, but not in an unhealthy way.
Dude, being overweight is unhealthy. There's just a difference between being overweight and being obese.
The heat of the water soothed my aching body, sending a wave of comfort through my skin and bones. It felt so relaxing. I almost collapsed from the relief right there in the shower. As soon as the water touched my dick, I came and started farting. I wish I could do the same for an aching heart.
Oh, fucking grow up.
I spent 10 minutes or so washing up, making sure I was completely clean of sweat and other unmentionable things that were a part of my grueling day job.
What do you do, dude? Rifle through shit?
After another 5 minutes of just standing there under the stream of heat and moisture, I decided not to let the warm water go to waste, and twisted the knob back, cutting off the stream.
You're not gonna wash your hair? Where's the shampoo and conditioner, bro? You gotta wash your hair and your beard.
I stepped out and began to dry myself, wrapped the towel around my waist, and shuffled to the laundry room. Laziness had its disadvantages, but it had its perks as well. I could always count on my dryer for having a fresh supply of clothes ready for me. I threw on a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and made my way to my room.
The cargo shorts.
And felt my heart swell a little bit. I opened the door, looked inside, and there she was, sitting loyally on the bed as she always had, her eyes wide, her smile brightening my mood, her very presence the only light in my life. "Raleigh, you're home." I smiled as I walked up to her and sat beside her on the bed. She's the only thing on this planet that could get away with calling me Raleigh, instead of my given name, Roland. "Hi, Fluttershy. I missed you today."
I am having a ball of a time.
I picked her up from the bed and held her tightly in my arms. She was always warm and fluffy. Right now she's crusty and smelly. And hugging her always made me feel better. "I missed you too. Did you have a good day?" That's when I set her carefully down. I looked back into her luminous eyes and sweet grin, not wanting to tell the aching truth. "Not really, Fluttershy. In fact, this has been one of my worst days ever." "Oh, you poor thing. What happened? Did some pony hurt you?" That was a surprisingly difficult question. While I had no physical injuries, unless the usual aches that came from the job counted, I still felt pain. Just like with my brothers, or in high school, or with a wife that expected more masculinity and received only disappointment.
Question. If she expected that, why did she marry you? This blood, it's like Swiss cheese.
I've gotten a brutal reminder of it today. All of it. But should I tell her that? It's okay, Raleigh. You can tell me. Let me help you. Pretty please? I sighed, not wanting to disappoint her, even if it really didn't matter in the end. She deserved to know, and I had to tell someone. Well, it started out just another day at work, right? You know you deserve better than to work with those big, sweaty meanies down at the gym.
You work at a gym and you're fucking overweight? Fucking... It's 2 holes now. That's Swiss cheese. I want a sandwich.
They're no different than the big, sweaty meanies I grew up with, remember? I'm used to it. But the extra hours mean better pay, and I'm behind in my bills as it is. What with me using up most of my money on My Little Pony.
You fucking... Are you for real, bro? My Little Pony DVDs, posters, other plushies, t-shirts. Okay. If you're behind in your bills, you should make a fucking budget. As soon as you cannot pay a bill on time, you need to look at your finances and look at your budget, look at what you're spending, and cut off anything that isn't needed. Food, water, electricity, gas, that shit you need. My Little Pony DVDs, get fucked. Financial advice from Voice Guy, Financial Hour. Back to the fucking awfulness.
It's frivolous, and it's not like it helps anymore anyway. So that's why you've been working so hard lately. Is that extra work why you always come home weak and tired? Yeah, that's part of it. I'm so sorry, Raleigh. Even so, I'm glad you prefer to come home for your shower instead of showering at the gym. That way, I get to see you sooner. Yay! I knew she couldn't help but mention, at least indirectly, my aversion to public showers. Another quirk I picked up as a direct result of my torturous experiences in high school.
What high school nowadays does public showers?
But that's not even the worst part. What happened, Raleigh? I sighed and continued. I'd gotten a message from my ex-wife on my phone just as I was starting my shift, so I answered it in the middle of the gym. Of course, that's when someone decided to look over my shoulder and see my phone's wallpaper. Oh dear.
You need to hide your power levels, bro. I get that the show can make you happy, but you need to not do shit like that. It's shit like this is so fucking obvious. Why does no one ever do that? Why does no one ever have fucking common sense? Don't put ponies on your phone, on your laptop, on your computer.
It didn't surprise me that she knew what my wallpaper was, or at least had an idea. They saw it, the picture of you dancing with butterflies. They know I'm a brony. Well, isn't that a good thing? I mean, I never understood why you had to hide it from every pony. Now that they know, you can tell them about us, and about friendship, and love and tolerance. It doesn't work that way here, Fluttershy. People aren't as loving and tolerant as ponies are. In fact, people can be real assholes. Raleigh, that's such a naughty word. I'm sorry, but it's true. They were on my case about it all day. It was just like school all over again.
This went from mild amusement to fucking... Meanwhile, in shit that never happened land, fucking toughen up. I get this is a fucking fictional story, that I get it, but fucking grow a spine.
I felt the tears begin to well up, but I stayed strong. For Fluttershy, She wouldn't have cared how strong I looked, but I still had them back. For her. What did they do to you? I sighed again, not wanting to recount the whole ordeal after it was still so fresh in my head.
Oh yes, just pack it all in. Put it in a little bottle, put a cork on it.
I don't want to sound like I'm whining. Not entirely untrue. Complaining about the bullies was just one more thing that would make the illusion of a 15-year time displacement more vivid.
What the fuck are you talking about?
But Raleigh, I don't want to see you sad. Please talk to me. Oh, great. Now I'm about to make Fluttershy as sad as I am. Just what I needed to compound my misery. Guilt. You sure you want to sit here and listen to me piss and moan about my rotten day? That's what I'm here for. You need somebody to talk to. And I'm here for you, Raleigh. I shrugged and finally gave in. It's pretty sad how I could never say no to her. Well, the first guy who saw it screamed, "Fag in the gym! Fag in the gym!" and pointed at me.
Back in the gym, back in the gym. Meanwhile, in shit that doesn't happen land. Okay, you work at this place, right? If someone's being verbally abusive like that, you have a right. I don't know if this works if you're a low-level employee, but you have the right to kick him the fuck out. Like, you are no longer allowed in this place. You fucking dick. Like, if you don't have the power, you can go to your boss and saying, this guy is being verbally abusive with me because he saw my phone. And then if your boss is like, faggot, you can sue for damages. It's just... This plot hole 3. This Swiss cheese is delicious.
Okay, where did I leave off? And pointed at me. He said I was a brony, and that everyone in the room started laughing. I'm not even sure whether they were laughing at him or me. That's terrible. Yeah, and it kept happening over and over all day. One guy yelled, "Fag!"
Kick him out.
Every time he walked past me.
More than enough reason to kick him out, take his gym membership. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
One woman saw me, looked like she was panicking, and left with her son.
Yeah, I can see that.
Another guy said he was going to report me to my boss for being a deviant.
And that might revoke his gym membership.
All because you like ponies? I was starting to grow tired of explaining everything, but she asked, and I was in far too deep to stop now. Yes, I continued. It just kept getting worse. Oh no. What happened, Raleigh? Well, this woman that comes every Tuesday to work out was there today. She's really cute, and I've been trying the last couple of weeks to talk to her and get to know her. Aw, that's sweet. Not really. She was there when I was outed.
I'm getting fucking mad. I'm gonna skip a bit. Fuck it, alright.
I sighed, feeling a pain clench over my heart. No, I don't. People do this to me because I deserve it. I've taken it for far too long to believe anything else. But it's just not true, Raleigh. You're a good pony, and you deserve kindness, and happiness, and friendship. I tilted my head down to stare at the floor. Even after all that, I still felt weak and in agony. Do I, though? Of course you do. You're a good pony, Raleigh, and you deserve a good life. Besides, if they judge you that way because you're a brony, then don't pay them any mind. They just don't understand. You know about bronies better than they do, and if they're not willing to understand, then they don't matter. Was I a better person than I knew? I never was sure, even as a kid. I kept staring at the floor. And for a man like me, it didn't pay to take chances, especially considering my current company and how much of my guts I'd already spilled. I'll have to look for another job. I can't take the harassment down there anymore.
The implication of your story made it seem like this is the first time this is happening. If this has happened more than once, and not just by the patrons, by the employees that you work with, you have a right to sue the fucking company. Or at least the gym, the owner of the gym, I don't know. You have a right to sue for damages, emotional damage, verbal abuse. You're like, go to a good lawyer? Guess what? They'll have your case in court in a fucking heartbeat. Just bring a fucking camera. Bring evidence that you're being emotionally abused. Wear like one of them dumb GoPro cameras on like a fucking button-up shirt or some shit. They'll be like, yeah, that's fucked up. We can sue them for every fucking penny they got. Verbatim.
Oh, well, if you think you would be best, then I hope it works out. I'll give my brother a call tomorrow. Maybe he can help. It's always best to trust in family. I'm glad you two are talking again. Oh, right. No, we're not. We haven't spoken much since he moved out. Maybe my ex-wife could help me out instead. You mean you're not mad at her anymore? How can I be? She's the mother of my child. I can't let my anger make me forget that, even if she did cheat on me.
Cuckoldry.
I sighed again. I just really hope this works, Fluttershy. I don't know what I'll do if I can't live this down. But Raleigh, you'll know you always have me. I know, but what? It's just that it would be better if... What, Raleigh? What would be better? Just say so, and I'll make it all better. I promise. If I could hear you. What? It would just be better if you talked to me. I don't understand. Please, just talk to me. What are you talking about, Raleigh? I'm always talking to you. But please. I always talk to you, Raleigh, and I'm always there. I picked her up, held her close, and lay myself down on the bed, but letting the tears overtake me. Please, I sobbed, squeezing Fluttershy close to me, too hard for any living thing. Please talk to me.
In case it wasn't fucking obvious, Fluttershy is a plushie. I didn't read this story when I first saw it. I just saw the implication of Fluttershy being a plushie, and I was like, oh boy, reading this is gonna be a good day. And I just went, reading it, I just got angrier and angrier. And all the talk of Swiss cheese just wanted to make me a sandwich. Just made me want to make a sandwich.